Okay, so you and I are mid-conversation, and you're telling me that it's cool for the intern to text you on the mother effing weekend?
It's not a big deal.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
One of my biggest relationship fears is being with someone and not knowing their true intentions or not knowing if I'm being bullshitted. Not sure how to get over that. Hi.
How you doing?
Michael, thank you for joining me from Two Dope Boys in a Podcast, which I get to contribute on. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Crew,
Yes.
essential.
Which they should subscribe to, by the way.
Get on iTunes.
ASAP.
Do it now. 2, the number 2.
Yeah, so now I have to call you out and put you on Dear Georgette and put you on the spot with your personal life. So, listen, name a time where you bullshitted a woman, and I want to know the reasons why. Give me a situation.
So several years ago, I was in a relationship, and it was done, and there was a number of reasons why it was done, and I wasn't upfront about it, and it's fucked up.
Right.
And there's yeah.
What I feel like were there some lingering things, like something happened for you to make those decisions where you didn't feel like you had to be honest with her?
I didn't want to hurt her feelings, and then selfishly, I didn't want to go through the process of that conversation.
Because you knew it was going to be something if she, well.
I mean, it's painful. It's weird. It's painful for her.
Yep.
But it's stressful for me. So that's like the high.
That's honest though. I get it.
You asked me to be honest.
I did.
Which unfortunately I'm able to do sometimes.
But why wasn't she? And why do you think some women aren't given the benefit of the doubt of being able to handle?
In her case, because her commitment to the idea of what she wanted overrode the reality of what was happening. So I fit an image she wanted. There was a track she wanted, and the reality sucked.
Because that wasn't the case at all.
Wasn't the case.
That, especially if not from your end.
Not from my end. And I actually don't think deeply from her end either, but whatever, I shouldn't assign it to her. But
yeah.
Definitely not from me.
Yeah. And then, well, I mean, do you think she was, and again, kind of generalizing, not all women, but do you think, do you think women want to hear the truth? Someone want to hear the truth?
Of course.
What about in this case? Because you weren't honest with her.
I think in this case, ultimately, as messy and it was bad, so I can't call myself out that much, but.
Trust him. MichaelBrooks.com. Let me stop.
I'm not going to argue about that.
I'm kidding.
So, no, but I mean, eventually, yes. I think everybody does want a version of the truth.
Yeah.
For efficiency's sake.
Version, okay.
No, because I also believe, like in Buddhism, they talk about right speech versus just honesty. Okay, so like some people go and make it their business to like tell everybody that like, their shirt looks bad or whatever. And that could be fine in certain situations, but I still think especially in relationships, there should be some skillfulness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some tact on how you're kind of communicating.
Some tact, some emotional intelligence. But I think ultimately people don't do it because either they're afraid, they don't want to hurt somebody, and I think there's just avoidance of that kind of messiness.
That hits close to home. Eek. Well, let me say this. I think, there's no blanket solution to this, but I think at least a couple of things that come to mind with your scenario, and even at a time where I felt like I've been bullshitted before too. Managing expectations. I know that's been something that's been difficult for me to do, because you have to really kind of say, hey, if this conversation didn't verbally happen, or you're getting a vibe, like trust your instinct, but actually just don't assume it's something more than what it is in your head. Just because I'm thinking this doesn't mean that you're thinking that. And then the other thing is maybe also having more of an idea of what I'm looking for, because if you know what you want going in and you're not seeing that immediately, you always have the freedom to walk away.
Right, I always make this point too of like be what you're looking for.
I agree.
I think that like you can't just have a story and a concept of what you want. You have to, like if you, I don't know, it could be real simple, right? If you want to be with someone who's athletic, like probably be athletic or whatever, right? That's like a really superficial example of it. But I think Focus on qualities and traits and the underlying variables that are going to make something work, and then go out and
then
execute your plan.
I love saying it. I used to say this all the time: become what you seek. Because
How much you see.
I'm down with that. Have fun. Ew. Starting with you, Alexa. Tell me a time where you overreacted in a situation.